Hey, what's happening, my YouTube family? I know I usually go at 2 p.m. on Thursdays, but uh it's Thanksgiving. So I'm doing a little bit on the fly. I don't want to wait till 2 p.m. I know that you guys got stuff to do as well as I got stuff to do. So I didn't want to be all day going live, but I promise you guys live every week. So I am here to do it with you all today. Today we're going to be talking about the $69 billion. I don't know if you guys heard it. $69 billion that our president of the United States, Mr. Joe Biden, is trying to get allotted for Ukraine. And today I want to go over that because there's a lot of misconceptions of what that means. A lot of emotional people saying shit that they have absolutely no idea of what they're talking about. Now, I would like to say before we dive into this thing that $69 billion does not go to Ukraine. If you think the $69 billion is going to Ukraine, you got to be a fool. And you need to stop listening to them, okay? Do not listen to the fools who have no idea about what's going on in the United States economy, okay? So we have a commander-in-chief. It's called the President of the United States. The commander-in-chief is in control of the United States government's budget. The United States government budget is our tax-paying dollars. They are supposed to spend our tax-paying dollars in the best way that they know how, which always ain't a good way. Now, with that said, we're in business. The United States, yes, it is a business. So all the emotional citizens don't understand the business of the United States government. But again, we're going to get smarter than that. We're going to start understanding the business of what's going on here so we don't get emotional about the actions that are happening. So the business of the United States government, we're locked in business deals with other countries. Yes, the United States government is locked into business deals with other countries, just like you would be locked into a business deal. Again, we're forgetting that the United States government is a business. They are incorporated. Okay. So now that they're locked into business deals, we got to understand, well, what is the deals? Well, there's these things called NATO. Okay. The United States government is top dog. You know, we are where every country wants to be. Now, of course, you got some Chinas and Russias and things of that nature who they feel as if they're top dog as well. But I'm telling y'all right now, United States is top dog. We run this thing. Okay. So when you top dog, you got to stay on top. The only way that you stay on top, okay, in business, in order to stay on top, you got to take care of everybody that's up under you. So let's compare this to siblings. If you were the older sibling, you're supposed to protect your younger siblings. United States government is the older sibling. Now, so I know somebody out there is going to be smart and talk about, oh, there's another country that's older. I told you, United States government's top dog. They big brother. They the older sibling. Okay. The older sibling got to protect all its younger siblings. And the younger siblings do some stupid stuff sometimes. They pick fights that they shouldn't be picking with. They take actions that they shouldn't take. I mean, if you was an older, you know how the little ones, the younger ones under you do. And now as the older one, you got to go fix those mistakes that the little one did. Well, let's look at this same scenario. And I don't know who made what mistake, nor do I care. Okay. I know there is a war that's going on. There's always a war that's going on, whether y'all know it or not. If you don't know, every single year there is a war going on. There's never been a year that there's not been a war happening, whether you notice or not. Well, most people don't notice because we don't pay attention to the business of government. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, there's a war that goes on every year. So we got this other war. This war is a little bit more on Front Street because it's bigger players. That's up to bat. Now, as our little brother, we have to protect this Ukraine. Okay. Also, if our big cousin, we're going to say our big cousin, y'all know how y'all got some family members that's like on the other side of maybe in another state or something. Y'all don't really get along like that. And when y'all get together, you already know that they trying to cause trouble. So you really don't want to be around them, but you got to watch their actions because they will try to do something to derail the family. Well, let's take Russia like that. Okay. Russia like, hey, look, man, United States government, I understand y'all think y'all big brother. But I'm the big cousin and I think I'm bigger than you. Well, now we got to do this thing and say, hey, well, our big cousin over there, they are a little big. We do kind of got to watch out for them. That's why we have all of our little brothers like the Ukraines and everybody that we got to protect. So if our big cousin crosses that line and if they take it over, they get more powerful. Not only do they get more powerful, they get a little bit closer to us, right? And we can't have that as big brother. Like that just can't happen. Not on the business side. Remember, we're talking business. We can't have somebody come and infiltrate our territory. Now, is our name on it? No, but that's our little brother. So that's our territory, right? So we got to protect them. Now, with that said, every single country is like this. So if something happens with the countries that are in NATO, our little brothers, we got to protect them. Now, we don't just drop duffel bags of money off to these people. That's stupid. I told you we're in business. So $69 billion isn't getting dropped off to Ukraine. That's stupid. When people say that stuff, like it just baffles my mind when they're arguing, talking about, well, why you ain't giving the money over here to the American people? Well, you fool, they are. They didn't just drop a duffel bag of money over to Ukraine or any other country. They're giving you the damn money. When you talk about why they not giving the money to the American people, damn it, they are. You just ain't paying attention to the business because you on Clubhouse and you on Instagram with emotional people who don't understand the business of this here economy called the United States government. But hey, we going to get smarter on this today. Because I'm thankful for each and every one of y'all being here today. I'm thankful for this knowledge that the man upstairs gave me in this Thanksgiving time. So I need to spread this information back to my community. So we don't get emotional moving forward about this stuff. Instead, we understand the business that's behind it. All right. And here's the kicker. I know somebody out there is like, yo, I don't want to do no business with that. That's blood money. That's bad money, negative money, all that stupid shit that people be talking about. I don't know what they be talking about. Money is money. Money ain't bad, evil, all this. Money is just money. It's a tool. It's what you do with the money that has all that other stuff in it, blood money. That's what you do with the money. Okay. So we're going to go collect some of this $69 billion today. All right. We ain't just going to sit back like the people and get all emotional about it moving forward. Instead, we're going to understand the business parameters around it. And again, tonight, I'm going to teach you guys about this information. We're going to do it in the next hour. We're going to do it real quick because I got to get y'all out here so y'all can eat good. You know what I'm saying? Break bread with family and hopefully tell one of your damn family members about what's going on over here. Tell them to come on over to YouTube. Don't teach them about government contracting because you don't know nothing about it. Okay. So don't play the telephone game. That's the worst thing that you could do in this industry is play the telephone game because you're going to say something about an industry that you don't know about and then you scare everybody from it. So instead, when you meet with your family tonight, this evening, I want you to tell them about this YouTube channel of this guy that's talking about government contracting. And then you bring them over here to me and you let me do the education so you don't fuck around with the telephone game and tell them something wrong. All right. So that's what I want you guys to do with your family tonight. Let them know about this thing called government contracting and how you can access it. In the meantime, guys, before I dive into this bad boy here right quick, I need you to make sure that you're liking, subscribing to the channel. If you're on any social media platform right now, I need you to hit that share button. There's one on Instagram. There's one on Clubhouse. I need you to share this out. We need more minority businesses involved in this industry. Again, we talking about $69 billion right here that moved in less than a year. And not even 1% of the black population accessed any of this money. See, only 1.67% of the black population is doing government contracting, period. I'm telling you guys right now, for this Ukraine money, not even 1% of the black population is tapping into this money. And I think I know why. See, most people are going to try to get a bullshit excuse about, white people don't want to work with black people and the system is against them. The reason that black people ain't getting tapping into this $69 billion of Ukraine money is because they asses on Clubhouse and on Instagram talking emotions about Ukraine. I'm telling you, we're going to remove all that emotion stuff right now. We're going to get educated for real on Ukraine money instead of what the hell people talking about. That's why I opened this room up today, because I'm sick of hearing it. I'm going to show you guys. So when you hear the next idiot talking about this, you can actually take them to exactly where I'm about to take y'all to today, so you can get the idiots to stop being stupid. Because I'm telling you, man, the more this information keeps getting sprayed into our community, I mean, it's literally tearing our community apart because everybody's too scared to work with this customer because some idiot who don't know about what they talking about is scaring you away from opportunity. See, those are poor people, passing over opportunities repeatedly. So those poor people are trying to put their false beliefs on you so you can stay poor too. So we ain't going to do that. Again, this is Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for the knowledge and the information that the man upstairs is giving me, and I'm about to spread it back to you. You dig? Now, granted, we always usually have 100+ people on these lines, right? But I am at a new time today for Thanksgiving. So the ones of you who are here today, you guys are going to pick up some valuable information. The ones that you to miss out, well, I'm sorry, you know. Now, before I dive into this Ukraine money, okay, again, we're going to be talking about this Ukraine coins. I need you guys to understand that we're about to do something special here, okay, in 7 days. I actually want to take you guys to this page real quick. Let me come on over here. That's our group right there, the 7-day federal government contracting challenge. I'm about to bring this up to you guys here real quick, because what's about to happen is in 7 days, starting Monday, I'm going to teach you guys everything about government contracting. In 7 days, you will have every piece of information that you need to submit a bid into government contracting. This is going to start Monday on the 28th. You can click the link, travisknows.com. You must put www.travisknows.com. You can click the link in my Instagram bio. If you're on Clubhouse, you can click the link at the top. You can come right here. You will see the 7-day challenge right here. You can go ahead, click on that tab right there. Get yourself registered for the 7-day challenge. Once again, it does start this Monday, 11:30 a.m. We're going 7 days straight. I'm going to teach you every single thing that you need to know about government contracting, as well as I'm going to teach you how to generate money on the internet on that last day. This challenge is $297 the minute that you get registered, okay? You have an opportunity to tell somebody else about the challenge too. And every time they use your link to sign up for the challenge, you're going to get paid $100. My team is still going to do the work. All you got to do is refer somebody over to us, and you're going to get paid $100 for that. Now, since you're meeting with your family this week, tonight, tomorrow, even maybe, you should tell them about the challenge, because each and every one of us need it. 1.67% of the black population is doing it. So I am for certain when you walk in your house today, tonight, tomorrow, and all of your family is gathered, not nobody else in that house is going to be doing government contracting, because I told you 1.67% of the black population ain't doing it. I mean, only 1.67% is doing it. That means that over 97% of the population is not doing government contracting. So the odds of you walking in your house and somebody doing government contracting is slim to none. Now you have an opportunity to say, hey, I know about some information. I've been learning about some information. Here is the link from the guy that I'm learning from it about. And when they click on it, you're going to get paid $100 every time that they purchase. So that's something that I wanted to just go over here with you guys real quick. Would love to see all of you all in the 7-day challenge. If you don't get into it, hey, that's on you too. I am okay with that as well. Just don't DM me asking me no questions about government contracting, because that's the reason why I created the 7-day challenge. All right. Now let's dive into it. We're going to be getting in here. We're talking about the $69 billion for Ukraine. And once again, we do not give money to Ukraine. The American government wants to help out the economy. The American government understands that the amount of money that they spend every year controls the economy every year. Okay? Nobody is spending more money than the United States government. So if they were to take all of the tax-paying dollars and give it to another country, it would crush this economy that we call capitalistic. And I love it, man. Listen, when somebody gets angry about America being a capitalistic country, I want you guys to put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat if you believe that America is a capitalistic country. Put a no in the chat if you do not believe that America is a capitalistic country. Real simple. Do you think that America is a capitalistic country? And sometimes we got to go look at up these definitions. So what is the definition of capitalism? Oops. Let's take a look at what Google says. The definition of capitalism: an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the state. Now, see what I just did right there is I removed my emotions of what I think capitalism is, and I just went to the actual definition. All of you guys said that America is a capitalistic country. So you guys know that America is a capitalistic country. We read the definition of what capitalism is, and it actually fits for exactly what America is. An economy and political system. Two things that we got. We got an economy and we got a political system. We do trade. Controlled by private owners. That's the Fortune 500. Do you guys notice something right here? It says that the economy and the political system has to handle trade that's being controlled by the private sector. That's for profit. So see, the reason why I stretch that is because most of us think that politicians run this thing called the economy. Well, no, if you just read the definition right here, it says that it is controlled by private owners. So see, I don't get emotional about politicians. I know politicians really ain't got no control. What happens with politicians is they got to vote based off what the controlling party tells them. That's the Fortune 500. They the ones that put the most money back into the economy, right? They're the ones that's employing the most people in the United States. So if they control the most employees in the United States, they put the most money back in the economy. It's called taxes. This is the reason why the Fortune 500 control things. This is the reason why your politician can't vote yes, although he know or she knows that she needs to vote yes. Damn it, Big Pharma told them they better vote no because it's controlled by private. So since we know that we're living in a capitalistic country, we read the definition of capitalism. All of you all said that you know that America is capitalistic, and God damn it, why you ain't capitalizing? It confuses me. If you know all of this is happening around you, you know the definitions that's going on. Why aren't you playing the game and being capitalistic? See, the reason why you ain't doing it because in the black community, man, to make a lot of money and to capitalize, to be a capitalistic pig, those are negative terms. It confuses me. Why do we call this negative? Why is capitalism negative when the definition right here says that we're in a country that's being ran like this? So I can't view capitalism as being negative when the game is capitalistic. So why don't you play the game? Well, in order to play the game, you got to capitalize. How do we capitalize good? Well, let's look and follow the money. So we're going to follow the money of Ukraine. That's the one that we're going to focus on today. But there's a magical word that I'm going to put in here, okay? That you guys are going to see. Again, this ain't none of my emotions. This is all facts. Nothing that I teach anybody about has anything to do with my emotions, my upbringing, where I went to school at, and nothing. I don't give a damn about how I feel about nothing. I'll never bring my emotions to the table. I'm only bringing facts. Now, you can include your emotions however you want, but I feel real good letting you all know that I stated the facts of capitalism. And if you choose to be scared of capitalism, then damn it, keep being with the poor people, passing over opportunities repeatedly. But if you understand that we are in America and you're supposed to capitalize, well, you need to pay attention and get rid of all those people that got negative views towards what I'm talking about, because we ain't got time for them. So what you're going to do is you're going to log into sam.gov, guys, and then you're going to come over here to this thing called Data Bank. All right. Now, when we get over to data bank, now granted, I got some some favorites. Now, you really should dive into learning about ad hoc reporting. I do got this into my 1-year course. So this stuff that I'm talking about, I break it down even more to teach you about creating ad hoc reports and things of that nature. But we ain't going to go over all that today, and I probably will never do it live because that's my sauce. Right? But anyways, we're going to look at the standard reports right here. All right. Now, when we come down here to the standard reports, I clicked on favorites because I got these things saved. But it's this magical word that we use in this capitalistic economy called national interest. National interest is for natural disasters, things like Ukraine. All right. Anything that happens that we need emergency spending on, that's usually a national interest. Right. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on national interest. And I want to put in here 2021. I can't remember when Ukraine really got popping. And I'm really hoping that YouTube does not kick me off for saying Ukraine. But I mean, come on, YouTube. Don't do me like that. I'm not saying nothing negative. And then what is this? 11/24/2022. Now, I will make a statement here as well. The government is slow putting their information up on these sites. So like spending, what are we in November? So it may not have the spending that's happened from January, February, March, maybe like March till now. The spending ain't up here yet. So you got to keep that type stuff in mind too. So sometimes, okay, if you're looking for natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina or something like that, you should go look at the last hurricane that hit. Don't look at, and now granted, Katrina was a while ago, but if you're trying to look at like money that was spent for the hurricane that happened this year, I forget the name of it. All right. You probably can't find it because it hasn't hit the database. But if you just go look back at Katrina, let's say the last hurricane that hit came through the same area that Katrina came through, then damn it, just go look at the data from Katrina. Why the hell don't you think they're not going to spend the same type money on the same type projects? Do you think that Rita came through and did some shit differently than what Katrina did? It's a hurricane. A hurricane is going to be a hurricane every time a hurricane is a hurricane. A tornado is a tornado every time a tornado is a tornado. The same way that shit spins around and destructs everything it touches, it's going to do the same exact thing every year. It's going to destroy the same houses, and them houses going to be built back the same goddamn way that they was built the last time. So if you just look off the previous data, you have all of your answers for today. See, a lot of times people don't like to do the research. You don't like to do the work. This is why you can't become successful. You're chasing money right now. But if you just take your time and research, we don't chase money. We go get money. I know where my money at, and that's what I go get. So now, national interest right here. You see it says all. All you got to do is erase it. You know what I'm saying? If you erase it, you can see all the national interests that have gone on for a very long time. You see all these hurricanes right here. You could just go look up the specific hurricane. See, nothing's hidden from anybody. We don't have to argue about anything. It's all right in our face. It's been sitting in writing for years. And what does it say? Ukraine mission support. See, they do not drop duffel bags of money off to Ukraine. Instead, they take the tax-paying citizens' money and they purchase products and services from the tax-paying citizens to supply to Ukraine. So when I see them dumbass rooms talking about why is the American government giving so much money to Ukraine and they got black people in their backyard that's struggling, well, goddamn it, why don't you go sell some missiles? Why don't you go get a plane? Do you guys understand that it was a $3 million round trip ticket? All you needed to know was where to go get a 745 from. All right. All you had to do is make the deal with the person that owns the 745, put that bitch on the runway to go get to Ukraine. When it got to Ukraine and came back to drop off the Ukrainian citizens over here in America, $3 million. If you put the plane back on the runway again and it makes a trip and comes back again, that's $6 million. Every time a plane made a round trip, $3 million. But again, if you pay attention to the poor people, you didn't even notice that you could have made $3 million off a round trip ticket. And guess what? Delta couldn't have got this deal. You know what I'm saying? They too big. I told you that the United States government understands that this type of money moves the economy, so they want to go through small business. So the small business could have did the deal with Delta. Delta said, okay, look, we'll do the trip for $2 million, and now you get $1 million. Every time that damn Delta plane goes down there, you could have made yourself $1 million. Hell, you could have made yourself $500,000. You could have made yourself $200,000. Just because you know something more than everybody else in the world. Again, you don't believe me? Just wait till the president says something about some money being dropped to Ukraine and watch all the rooms that get opened up about stupid shit that don't nobody know what they talking about. Now that you guys are getting educated in there, you should go in them rooms and get on the stage and like, yo, all of y'all are just emotionally talking up here. So we're going to go ahead and look at this Ukraine report. So we're going to go ahead and execute. Now, I told you, I like to use ad hoc reporting. It allows you to do a whole lot more when it comes to charts and graphs and things of that nature. But if you really want to know more about ad hoc, I got it in my training. All right. Now, I can see, I told you guys, all of the spending hasn't popped up yet. But what is it showing me right here? It is showing me $500 million. Okay. That has popped up already. Now, me as a smart person, I'm going to say, hey, well, if I'm looking at this and $500 million has been spent already, and out of that $500 million, the Department of Defense has spent $448 million of those dollars. Well, damn it, I'm pretty sure I know who has all of the money for the Ukraine spending. See, this isn't like emotions. This is literally just the data. The data is saying Department of Defense has a majority of your Ukraine $69 billion budget. Okay. So if you really want to get involved with this bad boy, you should be looking at the DOD. Now, there is a little bit money in the State Department. Well, State Department is kind of DOD too. All right. You got a couple things for Department of Energy. $7 million has gone to Department of Energy. I don't know what this stuff is for. Here's the beauty. Now that we know where the money is at, okay, I would take the top three agencies, Department of Defense, the State Department, and Department of Energy. I don't give a damn about AID. I don't care about Treasury. And I probably should care about GSA schedule because some of that stuff may come out on a GSA schedule. But we're going to push this down here to the end for now. What we're going to focus on is DOD, State Department, and Department of Energy. Really going to focus on DOD. All right. So now, again, I know the money is coming out on DOD. Well, I can come to this next site right here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything either real quick here. Let me scroll over. See, this is also why I don't like using these government sites, man. They didn't build this stuff right, man. They really suck at how they built this. I should have exported this stuff in a PDF. Let me go back here. Not a PDF, Excel sheet. National interest. Now, again, I teach you guys about the free websites, but I don't use these free sites, man. I don't believe in using free. Free wastes your goddamn time. When I could just pay for software and expedite everything. That's what I do. I like to pay for expediting things. But, you know, people don't like to pay for stuff. So I don't want to teach you guys about paid stuff and scare you away from opportunity. Know that you can use free software. But once again, I don't do this stuff free. I learned from free, but I didn't stay at free. Ukraine. All right, we're going to do PDF. See if it gives me a better view. All right, so I can take a look now through here, see, Department of Defense spending. I got my department ID. I could see whether they were doing things in set-asides, okay, what type of set-asides they may have been using, so that'll give me an idea of how I should be approaching this customer. Let me see, what else? You can see again, veteran-owned businesses and whatnot. You can see what type of businesses that they were spending money with. Hub zones, women-owned businesses. If I see that they're spending a bunch of the money on a women-owned business, look, do you guys understand? For the Ukraine, they spent 6% in women-owned businesses. Do you know how much money that is for women-owned? God damn it! I mean, if they're spending 6% and only, listen to what I'm telling you guys, this is just logic, not emotions. If they spent 6% and only $500 million is showing right now, and we know that $69 billion is going towards this project. If they spend 6% of $69 billion, that's a lot of money that's been allotted to women-owned businesses for this national interest. And I'm pretty sure it's a national interest. They don't have time for the long proposal process. I'm like 80% positive that a lot of this stuff was coming through direct awards. No competition. Like, they just giving you the money because Ukraine need those products right now. You know what I'm saying? They need that shit to get put on a boat, get put in the air or something right now. Not 30 days from now, not 90 days from now. They need it right now. So in order to get some stuff done right now, you may have to utilize the FAR. Okay, so you can go through simplified acquisitions, or you could utilize some of these certifications or some of these GSA vehicles that they can directly award $4 million to you, $2 million to you, and get those missiles on that boat today. So they can get that controller sent over to Ukraine today. So they can get water and food and clothing sent on the boat today, not tomorrow. You got to understand this game. So again, you got all the data right here. Now, if you see that they spending all the money on women-owned business and you're a guy and you come in here and you think that you're just about to take over, once again, you a fool. You're allowing your emotions to make a stupid decision. When I've been telling you guys the whole time, whatever you lack, you go get. So if you're a man-owned business and you see that a lot of money's been coming on women-owned business, you lack being a women-owned business. So you need to go get one. I would advise you to go get about 4 or 5 of them. And it's called partnering. You know, something that black people don't like to do. We be greedy as hell. We want all the money. But when I'm telling you, you get 5 women-owned businesses and you got all of them businesses doing $2-3 million and you just taking, 10, 20, 30% of each one of those partnerships. I mean, you made more than the one woman-owned business did, because that one woman-owned business is only focusing on them. Instead, you focused on 5 of them. I mean, it's just real simple stuff to do. This is how I've generated a lot of my wealth, not because I'm doing the work, but because I put smart people to go do the work. See, they so goddamn smart at doing the work that they forgot how to go get the work. I know how to go get the work for people to do. I do sales. So I go get projects for people to work on. And do I get paid the least? Absolutely. I get paid less than everybody else who's working on my projects. It just so happens that I got time to put 25 projects together. See, you can only do that one project because you want to get all the money. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to get all the money. Please get all the money. I just want my little ass percentage, because once again, I got 25 of these bad boys operating. And when I combine all 25, I get paid in more than all one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just numbers. So again, you look through this report, you can see how they're spending the money, who they're spending the money on. Okay. So now you understand their purchasing process. So you got to meet the Department of Defense where they're at. How are they purchasing? And oh man, you know what? Let's go see how much they've been buying from black people. I didn't even think about that. They got the stats right here. Now, out of the $500 million that they spent already, let's see how much they spent with black people. All right. Look, we had Hub Zone. We had Service Disabled. What is this? This is 8A. What else we got down here? HBCUs, yeah. Oh man, that's another story about my HBCUs. Look, I didn't try to do a private-public partnership with my HBCUs for some of these government contracts, and these HBCUs, their books are nastier than startup minority entrepreneurs. So much goddamn stealing is going on in these HBCUs. Their books are nasty. And that's why they can't get no government contracts, because you got to open up your books. And these HBCU books, they open them up, then you'll see all the money that's being stolen. But that's another topic for another day. And this is all universities too. I don't want to just say HBCUs, but I know that I'm trying to work with HBCU, so I got to go with what I know. All right. Anyways, so the Asian, look, the Asian family, you know what I'm saying? They making some money. Do they have the black in here? The tribals, okay. The tribals ain't doing nothing yet. The Native Americans, they doing a little something. Shout outs to the Native Americans. Indians, the Hawaiian natives, they ain't doing nothing. Hawaii, y'all better wake up. Where my black folk at? They ain't say nothing. Alaska, they doing a little something. I'm pretty sure the Alaskan natives got a whole lot more money into this thing. Oh, here we go. Black owned. All right. Black owned business. Oh, we got 1%. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to us, man. We got 1%. I ain't mad at that. That's something better than nothing. So we've gotten 10 contracts out of that $500 million that's showing right now for a total of $300,000, which is cool. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We only got 300,000 out of $500 million, but you know, it is what it is. As long as we've gotten something, I'm excited about that. But as you guys can see, this is the reason why I'm stressing to you guys that we need to get involved in this, because we only got $300,000 out of $500 million. Once again, if you take that data, okay, and you put 69 billion in front of it, the 1% ain't going to change. It's still going to stay 1%. So you just do 1% of 69 billion, it ain't going to change. All right. But anyways, this is how you could print right here and see all of the money that is being spent for any national interest. Once again, national interest is tornadoes, hurricanes, wildfires, floodings, war, any war, all types of stuff, cyber attacks, you know. These are national interests. You could go there and find out. Now, once you find out who's spending your money and how they're spending your money, you may want to come over to something like fpds.gov, right? All right. And I don't know. Let me see. I can type national interest. Let's see what that pops up for me. I don't know. Once again, nope. What if I do it like this? This is that Boolean searching. Nope. So it ain't even going to pop up for me there. So since it's not going to pop up for me there, it's too fresh. The next thing I need to go, I need to type DOD OSDBU. Can anybody guess? Just take a wild guess. Now, the OSDBU, that's the Office of Small Business Utilization Programs, okay? Can anybody take a wild guess of what I'm about to go ask the OSDBU about? If you were about to, because I'm about to tell y'all need to look up the OSDBU and call them. What would you be calling the OSDBU to ask them about? Put it in the comments. Let me know. What do you think that you should ask the OSDBU about as we just look through these opportunities? We've seen where the money's flowing. So we're going to the Department of Defense Office of Small Business Utilization. I'm going to tell you to call them up. Schedule a meeting with them. What should you be asking them about? And, you know, it always be crickets when you ask people questions. But this is my way that you guys are understanding the information, man. A lot of people hear information, but I don't think they comprehend the information. What services or products? Peter, what do you mean? What services or products? What am I asking them to OSDBU? I want you to act like you on the phone with the DOD's OSDBU. We just looked through some information. What are you going to ask that OSDBU? All right. I like what you said there. What services or products? What services or products? What? See, that's broad. We want to be very direct when we ask the government questions. If you do not be very direct when you ask the government questions, and when I say government, I'm talking about the person that's on the other side of the table, because the government is just made up of a bunch of individual people who are purchasing products and services, and some of them actually work with those products and services. But it's just people. It's not government. So I need to talk to people correctly. All right. And I'm glad, Peter, do you have an iPhone, Peter? Let me know if you have an iPhone. If you do, I'm going to send you $50 on Apple Pay for you taking the time out and providing input. All right. I hope you got an Apple iPhone. All right. So now what Peter stated right here, I love what you said, Peter. What services or products, right? And then you said are the most in need or buying or the most in need. But this is what I want you to do. We're talking about Ukraine, right? We're going to use the words. I'm calling up the Ozdaboo and I'm like, hey, Mr. Ozdaboo, Mrs. Ozdaboo. They probably have a name. I ain't going to say Ozdaboo, but say their name. And hey, I've been doing research because our company specializes in providing products and services for natural disasters and war. And I did our research and noticed that the DOD has been spending a lot of their budget for the Ukraine. What does it say right here? Matter of fact, I forgot the word that, what the hell's the name that they use for the project? See, one thing that I really like to do is use their words, not my words, because they got the money. So I damn sure don't want to use my words. My words don't mean nothing. So I'm coming over here. So again, I'm telling them, I did my homework. I did my research. I noticed that you guys had spent, what do they call it? Ukraine. All right. They called it Ukraine mission support. Okay. So I noticed that you guys have spent whatever that dollar amount that we've seen thus far on the Ukrainian mission support. We have X, Y, and Z. Does the DOD purchase these items for the Ukrainian mission support? They either have to now tell you yes or no. If they tell you yes, great. How can I proceed forward with being of service to the DOD? Or Army or whoever the hell is purchasing? If they tell you no, great. Would you mind letting me know exactly what is the products or services that are of the most importance for the Ukrainian mission support? Because we do not just specialize in those products, but we actually work in that entire niche, that entire industry. So we can provide the services or products to you. So now they got to tell them what the hell they purchased. So if it wasn't the stuff that I'm already selling, I now got a whole list of everything. And once they give me the list, I'm always, yeah, absolutely. I love this list. We can do that. So how could I move forward with supplying? And I would look at the list, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I don't like to be broad. I don't like giving people the chance to give me a script answer. Like, the more direct I can be, the more precise you have to be with giving me my answer. So now I'm saying, hey, as I look at the list, well, we can provide these computers or we can provide this clothing material. How would I go about moving forward to be a vendor to supply these products and services? Now, again, they got to tell me. Now, again, here's the kicker. This is for the Ukraine mission support. Just because the Ukraine mission support purchases a certain way don't mean that all the other projects in the United States government is going to be purchased this way. This is a special project right here. So we got to understand how they do special shit. Because they're not going to change it based off our emotions of how things are operating. So we got to meet them where they're at. Now, I just forced them to tell me exactly how to get my computers purchased. See, I didn't ask the basic question. Hey, I know you guys are buying products or services. How could I go about getting my products or services? Here's what's going to happen. If you say, how could I go about getting my products or services purchased from the DOD during the national interest for the Ukraine project? They're going to give you the script. They're going to tell you, oh, well, you got to get your business registered on sam.gov because that's what you asked them. You asked them a basic ass question, so they gave you a basic ass answer. And that's your fault. It's nobody else's fault but yours. You didn't come in there with direct information. And the reason that you didn't come in there with direct information is because you didn't take the time out to do the research. When you don't take the time out to do the research, everybody knows in this space whether you know it or not. I even know when you ask questions, right? Even people that are in my group, they be asking me questions about stuff, and I know I made the goddamn video about that. So if you ain't taking the time out to watch the video, I know you ain't taking the time out to go to FPDS, USA Spending, call the OSDBU, and do all the basic things that I'm telling you need to do. If you want to continue to be a successful government contractor. Now, can you not do this stuff that I'm doing and win a contract? Absolutely. A lot of fools that won contracts, by the way. I mean, a whole lot of fools that won contracts, but they weren't able to sustain it. And then what happened also is a lot of fools won contracts and then they went to jail because they didn't read what they was doing. They was just trying to take the money, right? And I mean, you could just Google this stuff. Contractors go to jail every day because they so goddamn greedy. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are smart. Y'all with the pure money gang, you understand that we going to make money. That's one thing that we going to do over here. We are going to make money, but we going to do everything legally. Because we understand that money comes of abundance. And also we understand that we're not going to use our hands to generate no money. See, again, the reason why people are so scared of money, the reason people are so greedy about money, because they exchange their time for money all their lives. So I'm telling you right now, we ain't going to exchange our time for money. Okay. Instead, we're going to go get the money and then let other people do it. And then we take our cut. But again, the number one thing that we got is time. We got time to go do that deal all over again. And imagine how many deals you could do like that. I think the most that I've ever had running at one time was 37 deals. 37. It wasn't hard work for me. It may put a couple grays in my hair for, goddamn payroll and people calling about stupid stuff and all that, annoying me, taking my time away from me to answer basic questions. But again, all that taught me was how to put parameters around myself going forward for the next project. So I could put things in place, processes and procedures in place to say, hey, why the hell did you talk to me and you didn't talk to the manager first? Now I got to question the manager. Manager, why the hell are you allowing people to call me instead of talking to you? If you can't handle it was kind of like the Texans owner. He said 1 year in football. And I got what he was saying. And one thing about me, man, I understand America's racist. There's racist people out here. I ain't even getting upset about that stuff. It is what it is. Ain't nobody going to change their racism because I got upset at it. So I be in rooms with government officials and whatnot. It's tons of racist people around there. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the one that's going to stop racism for everybody. Ain't nobody. Martin Luther King didn't stop it. So why the hell am I about to stop it? I ain't. But I believe if we generate this money, if we stop being 1.67% over here, then damn it, it's going to wake up a whole lot of people. Watch how racism stops when this goddamn money starts flowing in a whole different direction. You ain't got no choice but to listen to people when they got money. But when you ain't got no money, ain't nobody got to listen to you. Right? And right now, we ain't got no money. And I get it. You see that little sign that come up? They was talking about the black population is like 1.6 trillion in consumer spending. Well, fool, did you hear consumer and spending? It didn't say 1.6 trillion of ownership. It just let me know that black people got a lot of money to spend, but we don't own a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? As fast as we get the money, we give it right back to people who own stuff. Right. And we ain't owning nothing. 1.67%. 1.67%. I don't keep stressing that. 1.67%. That's ownership. Right. 1.67% is ownership. So I know where all the money's going. It's going back into the capitalistic economy. And we seen what the definition of capitalism is. So that's where your money's going. But we can change that stuff. If we start paying attention, not with our emotions, but just with the business. The business is sitting in front of us for all of us to capitalize on. But you cannot give that term a negative meaning. You cannot give anything that involves making money a negative meaning. I don't give a damn if you making money at the strip club. That's your opinion, man. Like that's what you choose to do to generate revenue. I don't care. Just make money fast. And then understand how to move the money that you make. Everybody can be free. This is a bold statement, but it is a fact that every single person can be free in this system called America if you got time. You know what I'm saying? I'm free as hell because I got time. It's only one way that you can get time in your life. If anybody else gives you any other definition, again, I don't know what they be talking about. You should probably stop listening to them. The only way that you can have freedom for this thing called America is to get your time. And the only way that you can get your time is to make money faster. And I mean a lot of that shit. I don't mean make $5 faster. I mean make $5 million faster. And the kicker and the reason why you need to make a lot of money faster is because you need to take that $5 million and not go get a house, not go get a car, not go get the latest yay stuff because of what's going on. Like, don't be a consumer and spend $1.6 trillion. Don't do that with the money. Now we're going to take the money and we're going to become investors with the money. Because when your money is making babies, okay, see, if you're getting a crib for investment reasons, then you go get the house. But if you're just about to go get this big ass house so you can pay a mortgage for 36 years, which is going to buy you 3 of them big ass houses, that's not what I'm about to tell you to do. Instead, you take that money, you park it in the real estate so you don't get taxes, okay? And then you allow that real estate money to pay you out monthly, only what you need to survive. Not no extra money, just what you need to survive. Now, what happens, right? The real estate will raise its value eventually, and then you can sell it for 10 years. Maybe you purchase it at $300,000 now, 10 years later, you sell it at $500,000. Well, between those 10 years, it was cash flowing you every month, so it didn't cost you anything. You got to protect your money in taxes. You got to make money every month to survive. And no matter what happened, right? Somebody could have called you a stupid N-word and you could have lost your whole job. You could have slapped 5 people yesterday and everything crumbled. But guess what? Your money's still making babies. You are free. You get to say whatever you want, whenever you want, because can't nobody stop the money from making money. You are free now. But most people ain't free because they always got to ask somebody for money. What do I mean? You always got to go to somebody's job and ask them for money. You've created a business, so you think you've created a business, but you've really just created a job because once again, you still got to keep going back to people to ask them for a check because you didn't go get a big enough check yet. You keep asking them for that little $5,000 check. You know how black people be saying, I just want a little bit. I'll be damned. I don't want a little bit of nothing. I want all of it. If Amazon can get all of it, then damn it, I want it all too. If Elon Musk can get all of it, then damn it, I want it too. You're not going to downplay me and make me feel bad because I said I want it all. And then go over there and celebrate Elon Musk and repost Jeff Bezos building his damn spaceship. And then he gets on there and says, thank you to all the people who gave me all of your money so I could build and play with my damn spaceship. And then you get mad at me for saying I want it all. You got to be crazy. So you need to be in that mindset too. I want it all. Because when you get it, you get free. You get to build spaceships and go to outer space and do fun shit, whatever you want. You're free now. Okay? And this customer right here can allow you to be free. You could be free with one war. $69 billion. If you think 1% of $69 billion can't set you free, you crazy. And that was just one project, right? I ain't talking about all the projects. This is one project is $69 billion. Natural disasters happen every year. I told you wars happen every year. Hurricanes, floodings. When it gets hot outside, you switch from hurricanes and then you think about fires. Where are the fires at on the West Coast? Well, damn it, start to prepare your team come March for the wildfires. Get all your relationships on the West Coast. Once things cool off and the wildfire stage leaves the West Coast, well, damn it, we got the hurricanes and tornadoes and shit happening down south. So you should start preparing your team for down south. After we get done with that, maybe the winter storm is happening. Now you need to come up top to the East Coast and prepare yourself for the winter disasters. This is just easy money that's sitting available for everybody. But again, if you keep talking to fools about emotional shit, right, you're going to get emotional answers. But if you talk to the business owners who have eliminated the emotions and they're actually doing business in this space. See, I ain't talking about the business owners that's on Instagram trying to teach you how to sell some goddamn $5 ebooks and then they got input about something they don't know about. I'm talking about the actual business owners that we can go look that's making millions of dollars through these natural disasters, that understands that they are practicing capitalism. See, I like to talk to people who are practicing capitalism. I like to use that word so I can stress the shit out of people. When I say I'm a capitalistic pig, I practice capitalism. Anybody who feels that I'm talking negative, I immediately get to eliminate them because I don't have time to listen to their emotional bullshit. Instead, I focus on the people that know how to play the game. Because the game ain't going to stop because 10 people are emotional about this thing. This game was created by white men post-slavery. Do you understand that? And when this game was created by white men post-slavery, they didn't care about women and they damn sure didn't care about black people. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the game. And then when I look at the rules of capitalism, which we just read, that's controlled by the private industry, well, your top people on private industry with no emotions. See, I ain't emotional about my answer because somebody like, oh, black people making a lot of money. We making a strive. Well, look, stop getting the emotions in and let's actually go look at the data. Who are our richest companies in the United States? And damn it, they up there in the world too. It's white men. Well, don't they look like the same people who created the rules of capitalism? So no, you ain't never going to catch up to the people who created the rules. Why the hell would they allow that to happen? Like, if all the black people created the rules, don't you think you would create the rules for the black people to win? That's why I ain't mad at the white people created the rules for the white people to win. Black people were going to create rules for black people to win. In the meantime, in between time, there's things called lobbyists and politicians who try to get in there and change the rules because it goes off of a vote. But in order to get those votes, those right people in office, you got to pay for their campaigns. You got to pay lobbyists to get people in office. Well, if you ain't got no money to pay for all of that, why you think the same people keep going back into office? The reason you ain't got no money to pay for all that because you keep doing poor shit. You keep making money too slow. You pass up on every opportunity, passing over opportunities repeatedly. You keep passing over the opportunities that could change your life because your auntie and your uncle, they could never imagine themselves doing it, so they instilled their fears into you. And now you believe you can't do it either. When I'm telling you, that just ain't true. So again, guys, I don't want to dive into this no more. I told y'all we would be here for an hour. The hour is coming up. Instagram, y'all are about to get cut off. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Instagram, drop a fire in the chat. IG, if y'all picked up what I'm putting down. If you want to jump over to YouTube, you can click the link in my bio. Come over here to YouTube. But we about to shut YouTube down as well as Clubhouse. I love you all on IG. I hope y'all stay safe out there. In these streets today. Don't get no tickets. Don't do no drinking and driving, man. We cannot have records. I want to repeat that too. Now, can people with records do government contracting? Yes, but goddamn it, we do not want records. Records stop us from working with this customer right here. Do not go do stupid stuff to eliminate yourself from working with this customer. All right? We got to be smarter than that. So stay safe out here on these streets. I don't want y'all protesting, marching, doing none of that. I want y'all to go get some money. I love y'all, and I'll talk with you. All right. My Clubhouse folks, my YouTube folks, look, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today. Once again, if you guys picked up any information out of the day, I want y'all to go ahead and drop a fire emoji down there in the chat. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me here today. I am going to take a look, see if any questions that may have popped up here real quick. Appreciate all of y'all for hanging out with me here on this Thursday as well on Thanksgiving. What kind of cybersecurity needs? And for me, cybersecurity is the number one problem in government right now. It ain't about what kind of cybersecurity. Go get it. RB, what's happening? This is your first time here, RB? I don't remember seeing that screen name before. If it is, man, I appreciate you for being here. Or lady, I'm not sure what RB is, but thank you for being here. Beautiful God, it's always a pleasure seeing you up here. Kim, what's happening with you? Hope that you have a great Thanksgiving. Peter, what's going on, my brother? Say what's up to you a little bit earlier. Reese, you're back here again with us. Run me my money. Wall, what's going on, brother? I don't believe I've seen you here before either. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget, guys, make sure you are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hey, tell one of your family members about what we got going on over here this weekend. Kelly, thanks for coming on today. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Well, I appreciate you, Kelly. Thanks for having me up here today. I think I don't see anything else. Just making sure. Keelan, what's going on? I believe this may be the first time I've seen you up here as well. What's happening? I don't know if I say what's up to my girl Erica, but what's up with you? Always showing out. I appreciate it. Yep, it says first time in the chat. I thought so, RB. Appreciate you for being here, man. Look, we are usually here every Thursday at 2 p.m., but again, it's Thanksgiving time, so I wanted to get this out the way a little bit earlier, all right? MD, is that medical doctor? Is that Maryland? I don't know. But I appreciate you for being here, too. I think it may be your first time as well. Babooey, I believe it may be Babooey. I believe it's your first time as well. Thank you for all my first time people here. Again, hit that subscribe button. Once again, if you guys would like to get into our 7-day challenge, you can go to www.travisknows.com. Don't matter how you spell nose, just put an S on the end. And you got to put the www in there. We do start our 7-day challenge this coming Monday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time zone, and we running it straight for 7 days, including Sunday. The Lord is okay with us working on one Sunday out of the month, and it's going to be this coming Sunday, coming up December, the first part of December. All right, so 7 days straight, we're going to be running through it. By the end of that 7 days, you will have all the information that you need to know to submit a proposal to the United States government. Not only that, by the end of 7 days, you'll actually know how to make some money on the internet as well. I'm a firm believer that you should be making money on the internet, okay, while we wait for our contracts. I'm about making money fast, okay? So you're going to learn that information all in 7 days. Peter, great question. What if you cannot make the 11:30 a.m. Eastern time frame? Everything is recorded. You'll get access to the training so you can go back and view them. If you had a question or something, just shoot us the question in an email, and I'll answer that on the next video for the next day, so you can go back and watch that replay. You will also get the recordings for 30 days after the last day of the challenge. When is the next 7-day challenge? After this one, you're holding on Monday. The next 7-day challenge will probably be in January. I do try to run them every month, but, December is a holiday month, Christmas shopping and all that good stuff. So I don't think I'm going to hold it in December. Instead, I believe I'll do it the first week of January. That first Monday in January, I believe, is what we looked at. But be on the lookout for that. And then we'll run it every month after that, as well as, again, I do that to give you guys an opportunity to resell the 7-day challenge and put $100 in your pocket for each sign up. Hopefully you can get more than just the one registration. You can get yourself about 10, 15 up, put them coins back in your pocket. Y'all hear my little homie Nike crying back there in the background. We gonna have that too. I got I don't want to say the name of it, so people take my stuff, but I got something coming special for my pet owners. How to turn your broke best friend into an ATM. Yeah, I'll show y'all how we making money with Nike and how you guys can do that too, utilizing the internet. So I'm excited for everything that we got coming up in 2023, man, and closing out 2022 strong. Hopefully, you guys close out 2022 strong as well. Once again, I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me here. Don't forget, follow me over on Instagram. Official Travis Davis. You can catch me over there on the IG. Let's see if that pops up right there. Yeah. Follow me on IG, official Travis Davis. You can catch me over there. Don't forget, catch me here on Clubhouse as well. Subscribe to the channel. You can always visit travisknows.com, not just for what we got going on, but all of my social media channels are there. I highly, highly advise you all. Last thing before I get up out of here. Go to travisknows.com, scroll down here to this bottom, and get into my Facebook group, okay? Pure Money Legacy. What happens right here, I teach you guys about generating revenue on the internet. Once you join Pure Money Legacy, you should come right in here and click on the guides. There'll be a tab in here that says guides. Right here, you go ahead and click on it, and I actually have training videos right here that's teaching you about creating funnels and generating revenue on the internet. Once again, it's free. It's all right here for you guys to start watching and consuming. So check out Pure Money Legacy and pick up that information. Outside of that, guys, once again, I hope that you guys got valuable information out of today. I didn't say my line. I apologize, but y'all know how it is. We got to put in the chat on this Thanksgiving, I am a millionaire. Come on, man. I need y'all to put it in the chat. I'm already a millionaire. I need y'all to make sure that you believe that you will be a millionaire. So type that in that chat. I am a millionaire. If you want to reach for the stars and do billionaire status, I know what I'm saying, you can do that too. But at least I want you to start having that mindset moving forward. Every day that you wake up, you should be telling yourself that you are a millionaire, because guess what? You are, whether you know it or not. The only reason that you have not made $1 million at this moment is because you just don't know how to do it yet. That's it. Do you guys understand? The only reason you haven't made $1 million today at this moment is just simply because you have not learned how to make $1 million yet. What do I mean by that? Well, school teaches everybody how to make about $80,000, $120,000. It teaches you how to go to work. So you've learned how to go to work, not because you went to school, but because you took notes and then you took action. So all of the action steps that you have taken, they weren't millionaire action steps. Instead, they were worker action steps, and a worker's not going to touch $1 million. Okay. So you've learned how to not be a millionaire thus far in life. That's what the system did to you. Once again, the only way that you learn is not through notes, but through action. So what I'm telling you right now, the information that you're taking in right now, this is putting you on the path to learn how to be a millionaire. But see, you haven't learned how to be a millionaire yet because you haven't taken the steps. You can't learn from notes. You can't learn from watching videos from me. You actually have to do the shit. So until you start taking action, then that is only when you're starting to learn how to become a millionaire. If you don't take the action, you're still doing poor people activities. So when I say I am a millionaire, it ain't for you to just type it in there and say it out loud. It's so you can actually see it. And then when you get off of the live with me, if you take your ass there and watch TV for the rest of the day, that's not a millionaire. If you go read through these government documents and then you make phone calls to Ostaboos and then you set up meetings and you're taking daily actions towards that money, now that's becoming a millionaire. But goddamn it, I've never seen somebody sit down and watch Netflix all day and become a millionaire because they watch somebody's videos on YouTube. I said that's not millionaire activities. So when you type it, don't just type it. I need you to actually walk it each and every day. But that's all I got for y'all, man. We got to get up out of here. I said I'll try to make this thing only an hour long, but obviously I really suck at keeping my time for just an hour. I hope to see you guys this coming Monday at 11:30 a.m. On the 7-day challenge. If you want to get into our 1-year program, by all means, jump into that as well. Outside of that, man, I'm going to go find me some food, take care of my little homie Nike right here, crying in the background like a little thought. So we'll get him fixed, and we'll get ready for this here Thanksgiving Thursday. Once again, everybody, stay safe out here on these streets. Stay blessed. I appreciate the continued support from each and every one of you all. I love you, and I'll talk with you later. We will cut the live off once the Pure Money song is done. Once again, shout outs to my guy Trey for the Pure Money song. If you ain't heard it yet, our songs be fire. I love you all. I'll talk with you.
It's just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract, watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. Swish. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract, watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract, watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is